First exercise of coordinate geometry is over. That complete exercise is all about finding distance between 2 points in the Cartesian plane, using the distance formula, finding a missing value with the condition a particular point is equidistant from other 2 points, finding a linear combination between x and y if that particular point x comma y is equidistant from given 2 points. These 3 different types of sums we have seen in the previous video. Now exercise 7.2, we are moving into exercise 7.2. Here we are going to learn section formula. Section formula we have for internally and externally. What is a section formula? Section, division, a portion. Consider a line. Let me consider a line segment AB with A as x1 y1 and B as x2 y2. There is another point lying on AB. Let's say the point as P, which is x comma y. This particular point P divides the line segment A and B internally inside the line segment in the ratio m1 and m2. AP is to, the meaning is AP is to PB is equal to m1 is to m2. There is a line segment in the Cartesian plane with A x1 y1 and B x2 y2. There is another point P is lying on the line segment which is x comma y and divides this line segment internally in the ratio m1 m2. Now I want to find out the value of P. How I will be finding out? That is with the help of section formula P of x comma y. This is the point which divides a particular line segment in the ratio m1 and m2. So the formula goes like m1 into x2 plus m2 into x1. 2 terms. Children, you know that addition is commutative. So either you write m2 x1 plus m1 x2 is also correct. But please be careful. With m1 it should be x2. With m2 it should be x1. And in the denominator it is m1 plus m2. The same way for y coordinate also. With 1 m1 y2 should come, with m2 y1 should come divided by m1 plus m2. This is the formula for a line segment and a point which divides the line segment internally. There is another formula, section formula for externally. Consider the same way a line segment A and B. Let the coordinates of A be x1 comma y1 and the coordinates of B be x2 comma y2. And there is a point P which is lying external to the given line segment. B is inside and P is outside. Now this P divides AB and PB. PA and PB in the ratio m1 is to m2. That time how we will find out the point Px comma y? We will be going like m1 x2 minus, same with m1 x2 only should come, always with m2 m1 x1 only should come. The same way for y, with m1 y2 will come and for m2 y1 will come. But since it is dividing the line segment externally, we will go with m1 minus m2, m1 minus m2. So instead of plus, if it is internally, we will go for addition, and if it is externally, we will go for subtraction. In the questions, they will be giving you A value, B value, m1 value, m2 value, and they will be mentioning whether P divides internally or externally. Accordingly, use the formula, 2 section formula, one for internally and the other for externally. Now, there is another formula. You all know about a triangle, right? Even in a Cartesian plane, if we take 3 points and if we join, we'll be getting triangle. For that particular triangle, what are the points? 3 points, x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. We are going to find out centroid. What is the centroid? Centroid is a point which is lying exactly in the middle of all 3 vertices. These points x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3 all represents vertices of a triangle, and centroid is a point which lies in the middle of a triangle, which is exactly the middle for all the 3 vertices. How we will find out the centroid? It's nothing other than adding x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 and y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. The same way midpoint, you know what is the midpoint of any 2 points. Suppose if there is a point A and B and a point P divides the point A and B. Since it is midpoint, the ratio will be 1:1. So 1 into x1 plus 1 into x2 divided by 1 plus 1. m1 and m2 here is what? 1 and 1. So the formula goes like the normal section formula: m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. Now here m1 and m2 is what? 1 and 1. Why it is 1 and 1? Because P is the exact midpoint of A and B. So the ratio must be equal, 1:1. Instead of m1, what I will be writing? 1 into x2 plus 1 into x1 divided by 1 plus 1. What is 1 plus 1? 2. Comma, next one is 1 into y2 plus 1 into y1 divided by 1 plus 1. What is 1 plus 1? That is also equal to 2. So we got the midpoint formula as x1 plus, since addition is commutative, I can write either x2 plus x1 or x1 plus x2. So x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 divided by 2 is the midpoint formula for any 2 points. Now let's start with exercise 7.2. See question number 1. Find the coordinates of the point which divides the line joining -1, 7, 4, -3 in the ratio 2:3. Read the question one more time. 2 points they gave. So what are the 2 points? Let this be the point A and let this be the point B. So we will consider the coordinates as x1, y1, and here we will have x2, y2, and it divides the 2 points in the ratio m1:m2. Everything is given. Now what do we want to find out? We need to find the coordinates of the point which is dividing this line segment. Let that point be P. Then let us write the section formula. Here the point P divides A and B internally. So we are going with the formula plus, plus, plus and plus. Always m1 should come with x2, m2 should come with x1, m1 should come with y2, m2 should come with y1. Now we are substituting all the values x1, y1, x2, y2, m1, m2, everything in the formula, and we are simplifying. We got the coordinate as 1, 3. What is this coordinate? This is the coordinate of point P which divides A and B internally in the ratio 2:3. Now let's do the second sum. Find the points of trisection. Children, in the question underline the word trisection. What does it mean? A particular line segment is divided into 3 portions. First portion is AP, second portion is PQ, and the third portion is QB. So how many parts? Part 1, 2 and 3. If I take the point P is dividing the line segment AB internally. Then what will be the ratio that we want to find out? They said trisection. A line segment is given. The line segment is divided into 3 parts. That is given in the question. Now we are going to find out the ratio. How are we finding the ratio here? AP, PQ, QB, each is 1:1:1. Now if I consider the point P which divides AB, the ratio goes like left to P, how many parts are there? 1. And towards the right, how many parts are there for P? 1, 2. So P divides AB in the ratio 1:2. If I want to find out the ratio how Q divides AB, what is there? How many parts is there to the left of Q? 2 parts. So 2. How many parts are there in the right towards right to the Q? 1 part. So Q divides the line segment AB in the ratio 2:1. Since the line segment AB is trisected and there are 2 points which divides AB, we will be using the section formula twice internally to find out what are the coordinates of P as well as the coordinates of Q. AP is to PB equal to K is to 2K, which is 1:2. This is what we found out. with the given conditions, and AQ is to QB is equal to 2K is to QK, which is equal to 2 is to 1. Now P divides AB internally we know, and the ratio we found 1 is to 2. Now we are going to find out the coordinates of P. Use the section formula m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. Substitute all the values, then simplify. We got the coordinates of P, that is P x comma y is 2 comma minus 5 by 3. Now Q divides AB internally, and we found out the ratio of Q as 2 is to 1. Same section formula we are going to substitute, and we are going to substitute the values of x1, x2, y1, y2, everything. And here m1 plus m2 is 2 plus 1, which is 3. If we simplify, we got the coordinates of Q as 0 comma minus 7 by 3. So the 2 points, what are the 2 points? P and Q of trisection of the line segment AB is found as 2 comma minus 5 by 3 and 0 comma minus 7 by 3. Let's do the last sum for the day. Question number 3. To conduct sports day activity in your rectangular shaped school ground ABCD, lines have been drawn with chalk powder at a distance of 1 meter each. 100 flower pots have been placed at a distance of 1 meter from each along EAD as it is given in this figure. And the first student runs 1/4 of the distance AD on the second line and post a green flag. The first student was running in 1/4 distance of EAD and in the second lane, and that particular student placed a flag here. That flag they said as green flag. So a green flag is placed here, and the second student runs 1/5 of the distance of AD. What is the distance of AD? First of all, it is 100. They said 100 flower pots is kept. So the first student is going by 1/4 of 100. 1/4 of 100 is 25 in the second lane, and the second student is going 1/5 of 100, which is 20 in the 8th lane, and posts a red flag. So here the flag kept by the student is red flag. Now we found out the coordinates of both the places, that it is 25 comma 2 and here it is 8 comma 20. What is the distance between both the flags? We need to find out the distance between both the flags. How are we going to find it out? Using the distance formula. And then if a third student has to post a blue flag exactly halfway between the line segment, first we are going to find out the distance between green flag and red flag using distance formula, and then we are going to find out the midpoint of the green flag and red flag, so that the third student is going to post a blue flag exactly halfway between the line segment joining the two flags. Where should she post her flag? We need to find out that. So two formulas we are going to use in question number 3. First is distance formula to find out the distance between the green flag and the red flag, and second we are going to find out the midpoint of this line segment to find out a position to help the third child to post her flag. So the sum goes like, the position of green flag is 1/4 of the second lane comma 1/4 of the 100 flower part. So it is 2 comma 25. And the position, that is the coordinates of red flag, is 8th lane comma 1/5 of 100, that is 8 comma 20. So this is your first point, this is your second point. We are going to find out the distance between the green flag and the red flag using distance formula x1 y1 x2 y2. Substitute in the formula. If you simplify, we are getting the distance as 61 meters, because they said that each flower part is 1 meter apart. So here the unit is meter. We got the distance between the two flags as 61 meter. So M is the position of your green flag and N is the position of your red flag, and we are now going to find out a midpoint for this line segment M and N to help the third student to post the blue flag. For finding the midpoint, we have seen the formula now. The formula is x1 plus x2 plus y1 plus y2. x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. There should be 2 points and we are going to find out the midpoint. Substitute both the values of m and n here and simplify. We got the midpoint as 5 comma 22.5. So that is the exact position where third student has to post the blue flag. What we have learned in the third question, children, we used both the distance formula as well as the section formula. A rectangular school ground is given, the position of two flags were given, we found out the coordinates of the two flags, then we found out the distance between the two flags, and then we found out the midpoint of these two flags to help the third child to post the blue flag. Thank you. Children, note down the homework for today. Examples 4 to 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10.